It's SuperStarcraftBros.
Silver Tuesday.
Oh, yes, and my name is Jay.
And I'm Iron Sparks.
And what is your name? Leave it down below in the comments.
Yes.
Please. Thank you. Good
All
luck.
right.
Fun.
So we have a silver game.
I love silver.
Antiga Shipyard.
I like games.
Want me to introduce these players?
Yes.
In our right here, left bottom corner, we have our
In the right here left bottom corner.
BloBert, Terran, red.
Boing.
And in the top left corner, we have our blue Protoss, MauserRa.
It sounds like if I was going to picture MauserRa, I would picture this small gray field mouse, yet wearing the headgear of Amun-Ra, the Egyptian sun god.
Do you remember the first Paper Mario game?
Yes.
The mouse?
Yes.
Mauser?
Yes.
I picture him with like that Egyptian thing going on.
Thanks. Now that's what I'm picturing. But he's 2D though, so if you
Yeah.
turn sideways, like he's like really thin.
Yeah.
All right. So Antiga Shipyard, silver, supply depot going down, probe being built, gateway going down for Mauser, and barracks going down for BloBert. So of course standard builds. Nothing crazy. We didn't see a forge go down or an engineering base. So both players for the moment are playing normal.
Yeah, and you know what else?
Is this a trick question?
If any of you viewers out there wanna get on this StarCraft action, now's the time to do so.
Hey, are you talking about Black Friday?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Black Friday. So Blizzard released today their Black Friday sales. Black Friday, of course, is the Friday right after Thanksgiving. It's the day that all the holiday shopping starts, and traditionally, if you have no idea why it's called Black Friday, it is called Black Friday because that is when major retail corporations start making a profit. So their profit margin goes from the red into the black.
Oh, I thought it was when the plague happened.
No, the holiday has not been around that long. Sorry, I'm sorry, Iron Spark. But if you are interested in any Blizzard games, they have the Warcraft Battle Chest for what, $5?
Oh, I think everything's $20 off.
Yeah, so I think the War Chest is like $5. The Wrath of the Lich King is like $10. You can get StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty for $19.99. Gonna have to get that for a couple people. And so yeah, if you definitely if you haven't gotten StarCraft 2 yet, first off, what are you waiting for?
Why are you watching? I mean, we appreciate it.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, get the game already.
Check it out.
Really, I mean,
Check it out.
So yeah, if you got some friends, you really want to get them to StarCraft 2, this is a good time. Buy them the codes on Black Friday. Give them to them as presents. $19.99. An awesome game, endless possibilities with it. I mean, they'll love you. Come on.
And it's not only Black Friday. I think it starts now.
Really?
And it lasts till Monday.
Sweet. Is Cyber Monday?
Something like, I don't know. I didn't read it that much.
Well, back to the game. We have a Reaper on the field. Unfortunately, the Reaper, I don't think he knows where he's going.
Well, you know, he doesn't feel like asking for direction, so this automaton probably could really be helpful. Just not going to do it. However, we do have concussion stuff coming, so he's going in the right direction with the eventual Marauders that'll come out.
Yeah, but that scouting Reaper just, I don't know. I mean, he could have done a ton of damage. There's not a huge... There's really nothing on the field right now to stop him, but there's that Stalker about to pop out of that gateway. And if microed correctly, that Stalker will eliminate the Reaper. And Reaper right now really just doing some scouting. Not a bad idea to incorporate maybe a scouting Reaper early on in the game, because Reapers, of course, the dynamic of the Reaper is going to change dramatically with the expansion. But BloBert spots the proxy pylon, picks up a zealot.
He had already taken a little bit of damage from the zealot as seen by the yellow health bar.
I think he got one hit because the concussive shell slowed that zealot down, so he only got a hit off him.
The mistake Mauser made was leading him back to the pylon.
Yeah.
So that'll be taken out, and the Reaper's finally going to get to the appropriate base, and he might be able to do a little bit of damage prior to being shot repeatedly by these Stalkers. Yep,
so the Reaper jumps up the little stepping stools over there, and let's see if he can get any probe kills. One. Actually, not bad picking the ones off the gas. It's going to slow down his Protoss opponent. Can he get another one?
Yes. No. now.
He's getting some damage into the probe lines, but he's taking a bunch of fire from the Stalker, and the
Well,
Reaper goes down. But you know what? That was actually a good Reaper. Got some scouting in. I mean, scouted the wrong way, but got some scouting in, and took out probes.
Yeah, he killed 2 probes, so he's actually gonna slow down the gas.
Spit it out, Iron Sparks.
He's gonna slow down the gas production, and I don't think Mauser's gonna react soon enough because he still hasn't put an additional 2 probes on this. I don't think he's realized that he's lost them.
It's definitely slowed down the gas production, and production-wise, Mauser looks excellent. He's getting his 2nd command center, getting another gas. He's getting a reactor down probably on one of those barracks to pump out more Marines. So I mean, he's pretty good, and he's going my favorite build, which is the Bio 3M. And we're probably going to see that factory transition into a starport quickly so we can get medvacs out. And I do like that there's a Forge and a Twilight Council out for Mauser. Getting those upgrades are going to be vital to, you know, staying ahead of a large Terran bio ball.
And he finally did check his geyser, put the additional probes on that there to mine. So it's going to be back up to the gas production. It's really going to be helpful going both the upgrades and anything coming from that Twilight Council.
So let me ask you, Iron Sparks, as Mauser rallies all his troops to the middle. How do you feel about the new tabs in Heart of the Swarm that'll tell you how many mining workers you have and how many Vespene gas collecting workers you have?
You know, in all honesty,
no, I want you to lie to me.
I think it'll be really helpful and it'll really change how the game works.
Okay, how?
I thought you said you wanted me to lie to you.
Oh. I thought you were being honest. Jerk.
No, I really don't think it'll make much of a difference. I mean, it's gonna help.
Mauser's moving out.
It'll help it'll help players who are first learning the saturation issue and stuff. But otherwise, you know, players when they have builds, they know how many probes they have at a certain time. They know how to check, or they're constantly, checking, you know, clicking back up.
What the hell was that?
It was almost the music from Majora's Mask, you know, the Mask Salesman.
Alright, well, let's see. Mauser's army is over at the 3rd, probably laying down a proxy pilot in the exact same spot that it was earlier.
Well, you know, if it didn't work the first time, try again.
Yeah, do it again. Another round of troops going in now, and Mauser is working on upgrades. He's getting Blink right now. He's getting his weapons level 1 upgrade. BloBert is getting his, or BloBert, I'm going to call him BloBert, is getting his upgrades for his Marines and his Marauders. He has combat
What if he doesn't
shields
appreciate Blob?
I don't know.
What if he's self-conscious about his...
BloBert just sounds weird. It sounds wrong.
It's kind of like Go-Gurt, but with a BL on a B.
I don't think I ever ate Go-Gurt. Do you ever eat Go-Gurt?
Yeah, I used to have that all the time.
You used to freeze it all the time.
Yeah,
I'd get Go-Gurt popsicle.
Bring it to elementary school.
Oh, that was so long ago for you. Alright, here we go. Guardian Shield's thrown up to try and negate some of this concussive shells. Ooh, the Blink to get behind the army.
But you know, it's just, getting up to that point, he took a lot of damage. I mean, these Guardian Shields are going to be a little help, but they're not going to really be defending anything, since the Stalkers are moving up here into the base.
But it is interesting that the Stalkers have run into the base to do damage to the mineral line. I mean, all the SCVs have turned around to do some damage now.
But you know, like many people say, most notably, was it Nova War?
Man, get that kill, SCVs, do it!
You know,
those my little drill boys.
If you kill Terran's miners, it's not going to do much.
Just imagine like the poor little guys like jumping out of the SCV suits with a pickaxe, going, "Oh, I got the crystal, I got a crystal, I got it."
I mean, they're destroying a Terran's workers isn't as devastating as destroying a
I really think that instead of going for the SCV lines, you have to destroy the production facilities.
Yeah, I mean, like,
because I mean, though the Terran army, you know, it almost feels like it's the race that can rebuild its army the slowest. You can get a good warp cycle in if you have enough gateways. You can get a bunch of Zerg units in if you have the larva. But if you can destroy a Terran player's production facilities, really destroy their barracks, their factories, and their starports, you can damage them more than hurting their economy.
I mean, even if you can't get that full production building down, at least go for the tech lab, go for the reactor.
Yeah, that'll definitely slow them down. I mean,
and it'll also prevent them from building certain units.
Yeah, I mean, if you knock out those things on a barracks, all they can build is one Marine at a time.
Because, you know, Marines aren't OP.
They're not. Especially against Protoss, I think if you can get High Temp or Colossus out, which at this time in the game, you could have them out if Mauser expanded.
Yeah, or... like, I really would like to see a secondary building come from this Twilight Council tech path.
Yeah. I mean, because right now we have a ton of gateways, a ton of warp gates. No natural. And Mauser could be crushing BloBert right now.
I mean, it's really going to be hard to produce all these buildings just off one base. I mean, sooner or later he's going to run
a drop.
I'm not sure how I feel. He knows blinks exist.
Yeah, so I mean, the Stalkers are going to be able to blink onto this army, and that's probably what they're going to do. Oh, get the blink for it! There you go, a lost
like if he had brought these up a little sooner, it might have done a little bit more. I mean, they're going to be able to kill some of these, but
those concussive shells, man.
And those force shields weren't the most optimal. It split them up a little.
I mean, it did split
damage.
them up. I mean, and there's still SCVs mixed into here. We have the blink forward right now to pick off any remaining units, and the game is pretty much back to even. I want to see Mauser. I want to see Mauser expand. Well, I'm looking at supply.
Yeah, but you know, BloBert does have this income advantage. So he's going to be able to climb even more and more without even having to build as many workers. I
mean, and BloBert really needs to throw down a couple barracks. He's doing it right now. He needs to get those out because he has the minerals, he has the resources. And as a Terran player against a Protoss player, you have to have, if you're going bio, you got to have more. You either have to have a bigger bio ball, or you have to have support. You have to have siege tanks, you have to have medvacs, you have to have Vikings, you have to have things to support your army.
Or if you don't want to really worry about getting that right now, what you need to be doing
Nukes.
is harassing.
Thought we were on the same page on there.
No.
Nukes.
You must be in a different chapter.
God, I want to see nukes.
Wow,
paranoid?
You know,
I think I'm paranoid.
Given that these stalkers aren't up near the mineral line, if you do a drop, you're going to devastate his economy.
Yeah.
And then instead of building more units, he has to build probes.
And then if you look at it like we were talking about earlier, for a Terran army, you destroy the SCV line, you call down mules, if they have orbital commands. You destroy a Zerg drone line or a Protoss probe line, you have to build the workers from either your hatcheries or your Nexus, and you could do a huge wave of drones. You could if you had the minerals and larva.
But if you do that,
you can chrono boost out probes, but it's not as fast as calling down a mule. And here comes a drop, and I think the Stalkers are actually sitting and waiting for this, which, talk about a sixth sense in StarCraft land.
Well, if they do here, he could be doing a little bit of damage. It's not going to be optimal with his cannon going up.
He just kind of, I think he gave his position away when he flew into those
just
pylons.
showed his hand right there.
But I don't think Mauser's paying attention. Oh, he has the move on now. Oh, blink forward to get rid of these guys. Takes out that medvac before he can unload everything. And it looks like these... Oh, and a cannon just warps in. Ouch.
See, that is pretty much exactly what you don't want to see when you're dropping out of that. When you're dropping out of that medvac.
Yeah. How would that be like? You drop out the medvac.
Like, no,
you got your rifle firing. All of a sudden, the building next to you warps in. Then you're like, ah, crap! That thing shoots out plasma. Ah. Well, Mauser is expanding after this, so it looks like this super level game has definitely moved into the mid game. But both players aren't teching up to higher units, and that's, I mean, you can commit to your tier 1, tier 1.5, tier 2 units, but you really, once you get past that 15-minute mark and you're still in the game and you've expanded, start looking for those higher tier units.
I mean, he's really trying with the harassment.
I really like Mauser's. He understands blink.
Well,
for a silver player, I mean, he understands it very well.
It's not hard to understand it.
So this drop army is going to get, cleaned up again. Not a lot of probes were killed, but he is actually going to survive. This medvac's going to survive, so not a bad call on that.
I mean, there's not much difference in the workers killed right now.
No, I mean...
So, I mean, really, I think these drops might be hindering.
Yeah, I think BloBert really needs... I mean, he's trying to harass, he's trying to do it, but he just focus on your army. Get those upgrades. He has armor upgrade going right now, but just max up your army. Is that command center positioned correctly?
Which one?
Okay.
But you know what?
It still bugs me that Nexus from last game on Monday.
It doesn't matter where these are positioned.
Why?
Because they can lift off.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But like I was gonna say, even though they're not doing much damage, these harassment drops, they're still making Mauser in his base. They're keeping him in his base. It's keeping him paranoid. He's making him waste money on cannons, on keeping these stalkers up here near the mineral line.
Holy probe.
Well, twist his mind out.
Expand, man. Well, here comes the bio army. Not enough medvacs really to support that, but I think this army can do it. I really...
I mean, you don't think 2's enough?
What are they shooting? Oh, guys, I got it. Oh! Ow! Dude, that hurt! He got blasted from lasers from every single side.
Well, you know.
No, I don't. That hurt.
Me neither. Alright, so we got this one moving in. What he needs to do, he needs to hit
multi-prong.
He needs to hit some of these pylons.
He needs to drop into the base. I'd love to see that almost Artosis pylon in the middle of those buildings get taken out.
Well, this.
Well, it's an almost.
These will
He needs to drop from the side and move his army up the gate. Once he drops, move that bio ball in, because it's going to pull the army away from the door. Now go up the door. Go up the door. Go, be free. Go do it. Go. Or no, he's closed.
Now you see once his medvac dies.
But I mean, he stims way too early. Misses the ram.
Hey.
And here we go. There are sentries at the top.
Do to you.
Yeah, the stim pack really messes with the brain, man. Alright, so he's cleaning up the way. He has mowed down the cannons, gotten rid of a couple pylons. Get a good position on these stalkers. They blink forward right into another stim from the army. Stalkers are cleaned up now. If you can pick off this nexus, it shuts down mining. And Mauser decides to throw out the GG instead of trying to fight through it, and BloBert takes the win.
You know, I really think that since he kept him contained into his base with those harassments, he really could do whatever he wants.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it was a good silver game. Leave a comment down below on how you think BloBert and MauserRa did.
Hit that like button.
Share with your StarCraft 2 buddies.
Subscribe. We're one away from 20.
Yep, you get us to 20. We'll start doing some live casts on good old Twitch TV. And, of course, send us your replay at SuperStarcraftBros@gmail.com. Good luck, have fun.
GG.
GG.